What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Baddies Midwest episodes 1 and 2. So, if you haven't seen episodes 1 and 2 of Baddies Midwest on Zeus Network, turn this video off, go watch the episodes, come back and watch this video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free way to support my channel. It takes less than 5 seconds. It's anonymous, so on and so on, free, easy. Can't stress that enough. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Also, leave your comments below about what you would grade both episodes, what you thought of both episodes. If it's something that I forget or leave out in particular that you thought I should have talked about, let me know in the comments. And I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. So, of course, I'm going to start with talking about episode 1 first, and I will leave a timestamp in the description below to let you know when I start talking about episode 2. And I will give a verbal warning in this video before I start talking about episode 2, for those of you who haven't seen episode 2 yet. Some of y'all might have just watched episode 1 and waiting to watch episode 2. So, yeah. So, as far as grades, I'm going to grade episode 1 before and after I'm done talking about episode 1, and then I'm going to go into grading episode 2 when I start talking about episode 2 and after I'm done talking about episode 2. So, as far as episode 1, it wasn't really much going on. I would grade episode 1 as a C-. Not a lot happened. The same old. Nothing excitingly unexpectedly happened. I'm using these words. Nothing unexpected happened. So I would probably have to give that grade I would have to give episode 1 I'm rambling. I would have to give episode 1 a C-. So yeah. Last chance, if you haven't seen Baddies Midwest episode 1 for now, turn this video off and go watch it, because I don't want to spoil it for you. So we're going to start by talking about episode 1. And like I said, once I start talking about episode 2, I will give a verbal warning. And the timestamp will be in the description. That way, if you didn't watch episode 1 and you just watched episode 2, you could just come in and go straight to the timestamp and watch my review of episode 2. But anyway, talking about episode 1. So episode 1, of course, begins with the regular roads coming in. And like I said before, that's how you know that the goddamn producers or whatever, they don't listen to the fans at all. I don't know how many times people have expressed to them that we are tired of seeing these same old faces. And when I say old, these motherfuckers are getting older. They're actually getting older as well. We want fresh, young, new faces. I mean, I understand we got to keep Natalie because she's the creator and, like, she's the one that brings them all in or whatever the case may be. But seeing the same old motherfuckers every season is just so... It's so annoying. Like, we don't want to see the same motherfuckers every season. When they had Bad Girls Club, they didn't bring back motherfuckers that was people's favorites. They didn't bring them back season after season. You had your one season, and then they would do like an OG reunion or something like that. And then you'll come in and you'll be like, oh yeah, I was on season 7. Season 7, we was the best season. But these motherfuckers can't even do that. They can't come in and say, oh, I was on season 7. We are the best season. These motherfuckers gonna be on here talking about, oh, I was on season 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the best seasons. Like, no. How can you even point out or pinpoint a season where you feel like was the best season if you've been on every damn season? It's just like bringing back the same motherfuckers every season is not given. And then it's just like teasing motherfuckers that didn't make it to the next season. You supposed to have that one season where you supposed to stand out, do your big one, and then that's supposed to be it. You ain't supposed to be coming back season after season. It ain't supposed to be a brag to be on his season after season. Especially if y'all so-called above the show, or y'all getting money now, or y'all doing this and doing that. Why you even coming back to the show then? And then it's like, what are you even... What's the word? What are you even showing on this season? Like, we barely know anything about these girls anymore. All they do is drink, shake their ass, and fight. We don't really know anything about their personal life. At least on Bad Girls Club, you used to know. They used to come in. They used to have a story. You used to know something about them. We don't know anything about them coming in. They don't showcase none of that shit no more. It's just like, we don't know anything about them. Like, what are y'all going to do when this show finally is done? Because this show has to come to an end at one point. what is your emotion gonna be after that? We know Scotty, she came in as a personal trainer, right? But if you started watching it from last season or something, you wouldn't know that Scotty's a personal trainer. She hasn't brought that shit up since she first came on the show. Who else? I don't even know. Taseki. Okay, we know she do music, but this past season, okay, yeah, she did. It's just like they don't showcase it. I mean, unless we do a deep dive, we wouldn't really know what these motherfuckers do in real life or whatever what they do. But anyway, I don't went off rambling. Let me just start off by talking about the original ones that have been here these past couple of seasons. I'm gonna talk briefly because most of them I don't even really like. I really don't like any of them. I kind of like Taseki, but it was something that Taseki did to turn me off. Because when she came in her first season, I liked her. But then the second season after that, the season she came in after that, she did something to turn me off of her. I just can't remember what it was. And then, like I expressed in Baddies Caribbean, the conversations that she had with Mariah Lynn and Anna when it came to Mariah Lynn and Anna's when it came to Mariah Lynn's family and Anna's situation, the conversations that Taseki had separately with Mariah Lynn and Anna were totally different for her to say that she cares for them as friends in the same way. I just didn't see it. But, I mean, I feel like out of all these girls that have been on the show over and over again, I would feel like Taseki is I feel like I like her more than any of the rest of them. So, yeah, I might as well just say, that was my feelings on Taseki. How I feel about Taseki. We're going to move on to Natalie. I mean, we all know Natalie is a shit starter. She throws rocks, hides her hands. She likes to overproduce what she's supposed to do. You know, she gets the girls riled up. She starts shit, calls these meetings knowing what's going to happen, but trying to act like we need to get to the bag or we need to calm down. It's always fighting. She always saying shit, but she know deep down that this is what the fuck that the fans want. She know this is what she's trying to throw. This is what she's trying to pull off. So it's not like it's like we see you, Natalie. We see you. And then her never addressing the colorist remarks and the way she used to act on her original season of Bad Girls Club does not sit right with me till this day. But I mean, we gotta respect her as the person who created this show and brings these girls together, brings this entertainment, whatever the case may be. Those are my little thoughts on Natalie. Scotty. Scotty is kind of meh to me. Yeah, she was meh for a little while until she let Natalie beat her ass. After Natalie was mad at Krishan, wasn't even mad at Scotty, was mad at Krishan, but beat Scotty ass instead. You didn't stick up for yourself. It just seemed like you beat up Natalie ass. We heard the rumors about y'all fucking on OnlyFans. It's just like, and then last season, the whole her and Gretch situation, it was just like, I feel like it was forced, and I feel like she needed some type of storyline to keep going. I don't really know how I feel about Scotty. I mean, she tries to be the peacemaker, but at the same time, she picks sides. I don't know how she don't realize that she does that, but she does. Those are my thoughts on Scotty. Who else is it? Jayla, I already expressed. I didn't like Jayla on her original season of Bad Girls Club when she was on there with the Claremont twins. Never liked her. Then she came on, and she was kind of up Krishan's ass when she came on Baddies. So I didn't fuck with that, even though I still didn't fuck with her from Bad Girls Club. So, and then just like last season, I mean, by all means, stand on how you feel about people of non-African descent saying nigga. But at the same time, like I keep expressing, do Anna and Biggie have some type of African heritage, African ethnicity? Because if not, then you need to check those motherfuckers just like you check Gretchen. And also, then the shit she just pulled at the Baddies Caribbean reunion by waiting like 20, 30 minutes until Meatball caught like 3 or 4 fades to want to fight her. It's just like, I don't know. And then didn't even fight her on the show when Meatball checked her about Biggie. It's just Jayla, she picks and chooses too. And then it's the thing about her thinking that she's so much more intelligent than the rest of the cast when she don't say nothing but bland ass shit too, for the most part. She tries to sound inspirational, it just don't be hitting. Those are my thoughts on Jayla. Rolly, of course, I liked Rolly in the beginning when she came off of One More Chance. Then she started getting big-headed, started belittling people. that's when she kind of turned me off. And then two auditions ago, when they did the auditions for Caribbean, I think, yeah, she was making those racist ass comments that I don't feel like. I feel like if people gonna get called out for being racist or any type of thing on the show, she should have got called out as well. And then she switches up really quickly, like she's people friend on the show, and then reunion coming, all of a sudden she didn't had a fallout with them. I just don't know. I just don't see it for Rolly. Biggie is another one who I liked in the beginning. I felt like they was like in a way bullying Biggie in the beginning and treating her not as well as others and whatever the case may be. But then Biggie is another like Rolly. She done got big headed. She feel like she's more than the show, and now she jumps in the fights but scared to fight a one-on-one, and she acts scary when it comes to her having to get into a confrontation. She hides behind Taseki. It's just a whole bunch of shit with Biggie. I can't get down with no more. Anna is another one. I mean, I guess I liked Anna at first when she first came in. Yeah, I didn't really have nothing against Anna, but then Anna started rubbing me the wrong way, talking a lot of shit about people, saying stuff about people's kids and their life and stuff, and saying she don't care. She don't care that she says it. So it's just like, if you don't care, then we don't care about you. Again, her and Biggie with the nigga comments, and I don't know if you're of African descent, that still rubs me the wrong way. She just like Biggie. She picking her fights and she jumps. She wants to jump people. She don't care about jumping people. She's happy to jump people and happy to say that she's gonna jump people. I just can't get with that. I can't dig Anna with that neither. And I think that was everybody as far as the old crew. I'm just saying, they old. They getting old. They've been here too many seasons. They needs to go. If they so bigger than the show now, then why are you still here every season? Why are you still here every season? Why are you bragging that other motherfuckers didn't make it another season and you here every season? Like, it shouldn't even be that way. So all of those that I just mentioned, they all they come together, they get on this jet to go, and Natalie's telling them they're going to Oklahoma basically to meet with Krishan, who Natalie is claiming reached out to her to get some type of screen time on the show, some type of camera time to get some type of check. And yeah, they saying they're gonna meet up with Krishan, and you know, Taseki of course is not looking forward to seeing her sister. She's still upset with her sister about Krishan getting her jumped on Baddies South, and other things that have been said on the internet that's went way beyond the show. So then we get the scene with Biggie and Anna. You know, they've grown closer to Taseki. I feel like it's more so a bodyguard kind of love. Like, I mean, hey, they probably do have actual love and support for Taseki, but I feel like in another instance, it's her being their bodyguard. So they go to check on Taseki before she has her private conversation with Krishan. And we have that moment. Then we have Natalie, Scotty, Rolly, and Jayla meeting with Krishan for dinner. They meet with her for dinner. Krishan comes in. She brings her baby. I don't know why they blurred the baby's face out. Like, we ain't seen the baby face all over the internet, but okay. Krishan goes on to talk about how much she's changed and what the case may be. And honestly, I feel like it's a bunch. I never liked Krishan. I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit because she says she's changed and about the Lord and all this other stuff. But then the conversation that she has later on with Taseki kind of does not prove that she's changed at all. It doesn't show any type of change, any type of growth. I don't see anything. So she tells them that. Then Natalie talks about the newest cast members. So I'm just going to go through these 8/10 cast members, /11, whatever, really quickly. We talk about Ivory. I done seen damn near every show on Now That's TV. I'm not a fan of Ivory. I think she's a bully. She can't sit and have a civilized conversation. She has a short attention span. I just feel like it's no growth coming from her in no type of way, form, shape, whatever. But I will say that I can't stand these OGs on Baddies. I can't stand these OGs neither on Baddies. So if she comes in and she doing the shit she was doing on Now That's TV to these OGs, then I'd be here for it, because I can't stand them just as much as I can't stand her. But if she come in and she being buddy with these OGs, then it's fuck all of them, for real. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Ivory. We have this girl, Jasmine Renee. I don't know anything about her. So just have to wait and see what she gives in the season. Because I'm giving everybody, anybody that I don't know about, I can't say anything about. I don't know anything about her, so I just have to wait and see how she is this season. Bad Dolly. So apparently she was on Pick a Side, and I did watch Pick a Side, this little scrappy and chaotic show that they had. I don't remember her though, so I don't remember her that well on there. I think I remember her a little bit, but either way, don't know that much about her. But one thing I will say, when she was on the Baddies Midwest auditions that they had recently, she swung on a girl was calling motherfuckers out in the audition room, and she sat down. Well, she was trying to take her shoes off standing up, but she fell down trying to take her shoes off. So while she was sitting down taking her shoes off, Bad Dolly decided to go swing on her while she was sitting down taking her shoes off. I felt like that was a punk ass move, so I kind of wasn't feeling her for that. Then she beat up like two other girls, and I wasn't against that part, but the fact that you hit somebody while they was sitting down, I didn't fuck with that. So I honestly felt like they shouldn't have picked her for that, but they picked her anyway, so she's on the show. We'll see if she redeems herself this season, but that one little moment at the auditions I didn't fuck with. So it's kind of like I already got a bad feeling about her just from that moment. Sorry to say. We got a girl, Big Lex. I don't know anything about Big Lex. Have to see what happens on the show with her. Yoshi. I don't know who Yoshi is, so we'll see what happens on the show with Yoshi. Girl named Emma. I don't know anything about Emma, so we will see on the show what Emma brings. Who else? Pretty P. I don't know anything about Pretty P, so we will see what Pretty P brings on the show. Summer. I don't know anything about Summer, but they did show a clip. Summer was the one who swung on Mariah Lynn at the auditions, and like I've been saying, we all have cast members on Baddies that we don't like, and I don't like the fact that Mariah Lynn was getting the most flack from everybody, from people at the auditions. When you know it's other cast members that you didn't like, why not come for them as well? It felt like Mariah was getting it left and right, getting out the car, getting water thrown on her, and then this girl swings on her for no reason. So I'm kind of not feeling Summer already for swinging on Mariah Lynn, was sneaking her out of nowhere, because Mariah Lynn was just walking back into the audition room and girl swung on her. So I'm kind of not feeling Summer off that one. We'll see, like Bad Dolly, if she'll redeem herself this season, but starting off, I'm not really fucking with her. Next, we got these special guests. Of course, Tommy. I fuck with Tommy. She be crazy sometimes. We see her pull out a fucking gun this season in the trailer, so I'm just like, okay, Tommy, we know you about that gunplay, but that's crazy. I fuck with Tommy though. She's funny. She's a kiki. She does have her crazy ways, but that's how you. That's what the part of it being a baddie is, apparently. So yeah, I fucked with Tommy, but sometimes I be looking at her sideways. I will not lie about that. Next we got Akbar V. Akbar V. I can't really remember if I fuck with her or not. I can't really remember a lot about her. I know she does a lot of shit online, and she's a Trump supporter, so I kind of don't fuck with her bucks off that. It's some other shit she I don't remember, but yeah, I really don't think I feel like I don't really remember if I fuck with Akbar V or not like that. But her being a Trump supporter is kind of like already not sitting right with me. We'll have to just see how she is in the show. Slim, we all know Slim from Baddies South and One More Chance, who used to be like the duo with Rolly. Slim is like another Taseki. It was something that she did that rubbed me the wrong way about her. I can't remember what it is. So it's kind of like I kind of like her, but it's something that she did that threw me off of her. So I can't really remember, but for the most part, I do like Slim. She's just, as they say, slim, very small, but she don't back down. So I kind of fuck with that. So yeah, I mean, I fuck with Slim, but it's something that she did. I just can't remember. I wish I could remember stuff that make me stop liking people, but sometimes you just forget. Of course, we got Diamond the Body. Of course, I was so excited Diamond the Body coming on the show. I was happy when she came in. But then she came in and she was kind of like dick riding. Like, kind of like trying too hard to get the OGs to like her. And I didn't fuck with that. That moment where they was out there ATVing and she tried to swing on Bianca because everybody was against her in that moment. I didn't fuck with that. I think her trolling online is hilarious because it's just like, she admits to being a troll and she admits to be a clout chaser and all that. So it's kind of like you can't fault somebody for admitting what they are. But it's just like the thing she did on Baddies Caribbean kind of turned me off of her a little bit. But I still kind of like her a little bit. Tinkerbella. I cannot stand her ass. Tinkerbella came in Baddies Caribbean. Really annoying. Trying to be the comedic relief of the show. Or just trying to be funny. And it just wasn't hitting. She wasn't funny to me. It just wasn't given for me. I don't really care for Tinkerbella. I was not looking forward to seeing her this season, but she's back, so okay. Am I missing anybody? Oh yeah, so then we got Jade and Alexis, Blueface's baby mother, the first BM. So I mean, I don't have anything against Jade and Alexis. There ain't nothing that I've seen of her that rubbed me the wrong way. I don't think so, so no. I just felt like when I used to see her with Blueface, I used to feel like, get a backbone. Like, leave this nigga. I think she said she lost her virginity to him and he the only one she's slept with. I don't know, I just feel like when I was watching her with Blueface, before I knew a lot about her, it was just like, get a backbone, leave this nigga. This nigga's disrespecting you every turn he get. Why are you with this nigga? Stuff like the stuff she was going through. I don't know. But, I mean, she seemed like a cool little chick. I don't know that much about her. So, we just have to see what her personality is like on the show. What type of vibe she brings. She's a cute little, small little girl, though, on the show. When I seen her on the show, I was like, okay, she's small and little. So those are my little thoughts or whatever's on all the new cast members coming in and some that were already on there coming back or whatever the case may be. So, we get this moment. Tasiki arrives to meet with Krishan and their other sister is there, Chastity. And she's getting emotional about she don't want to see her sisters fighting. She don't want to fight with neither one of them, whatever the case may be. And apparently, Tasiki hasn't had communication with her as well, just like Krishan. So, Natalie and the others, they leave the table to give Tasiki and Krishan the chance to talk privately or whatever. Well, not privately because it's on fucking national television, but yeah. So, before the conversation even starts, Krishan goes up, gives Tasiki a hug, telling her she loves her. Tasiki reciprocates, tells her she loves her back. So Tasiki talks about having to deal with the things that Krishan said about her online, including sexual allegations and Krishan getting her jumped and whatever the case may be. And Krishan, she's like, well, you done and said things to me as well. So this whole time Taseki's just telling Krishan, speak on whatever you saying that I did to you or said about you. Speak on it. Bring it up. And Krishan just keeps saying, why do you want to go back to the past? Why we ain't talking about the future? And that's what I felt like it was gaslighting, because it's like y'all are sitting down to hash out things that have been said and done in the past. And I just don't understand why she wasn't Tasiki was just like, well, how are we supposed to move forward if you don't want to talk about anything that brought us to the moment that we at right now? And I was just like, yeah, I don't understand what Krishan. And I'm like, you saying you changed and you grown and you about God, but you claim you healed. She says at one point in this, after the conversation's over, she says to her other sister that she's healed, but you don't want to bring up anything that caused y'all to have the turmoil in y'all relationship that y'all having right now. So I was just like, this is all gaslighting for me. So at one point, Tasiki's like, I deserve an apology. Krishan saying she's not going to give her that apology. Krishan saying that she introduced her to Zeus. She's the reason why she's on Baddies or whatever. Saseki saying, you're not the reason I'm on Zeus. I've stood out and made my own impression on LaMille, Plumber, and whatever the case may be. And she's asking Krishan, like, what are the next steps? Like, how are we going to move forward? And Krishan's like, well, I don't want anything from you. I'm not apologizing, and I'm not taking accountability for anything. So it's just like, so what is this conversation going to lead to if you're not taking accountability or you're not even expressing what you feel like she's done wrong to you? I was just like, I just didn't understand it from Krishan's end. I was just like, I don't understand it. So now she's telling Tasiki needs to take accountability. And Tasiki's like, accountability for what? Like, I need you to list off the things that I've done and said. You're not saying anything. You keep saying it's the past. But, like, how are we supposed to move on from the future if we don't discuss the past that brought us to this moment? And I was just like, yeah, I don't understand. It was just like a lot of gas. It was very much gaslighting on Krishan's end. Even if the thing she said was true, because they go back and forth about Tasiki getting jumped. And then at one point, Krishan blurts out that Taseki made her eat her out when she was 7 years old. And it's just like, okay, we getting somewhere, but then you don't want to, because Taseki's like, what? Say it again? And Krishan doesn't want to say it again. And it's just like, how are we supposed to move forward if you, first of all, you blurting things out, you don't want to repeat them. You're not trying to bring up anything that could have brought y'all to this bad point in y'all lives that y'all are in. So it's just like, even if Krishan's telling the truth about these allegations or whatever the case may be, you don't want to bring them up and you don't want to address them. You don't want to, you saying you want to hold Taseki accountable. And it's just like, okay, even if Taseki's sitting here saying that she don't know what you're talking about and she did do these things, why aren't you bringing them up to hold her accountable? It's just like, you're not saying anything. So it's just like, who do you believe in that situation? And that's how episode 1 ends. And I'm just like, who do you believe in this? Who can you believe in this situation if Krishan is gaslighting and not trying to say anything, but Taseki's sitting here telling you, say it all, bring it all out. We on camera, so might as well just bring it all up. And it's just like, Krishan doesn't want to say anything. So it's just like, how do we move forward? So I just didn't understand that. It was just like, it was just weird. So that's how the episode ends. And like I said, I would give it a C- because of the fact that it wasn't a lot going on. I mean, it was just basically us, them bringing in the OGs, and then them introducing the newbies, and just slight little conversations that we had with Krishan and the girls, and then Krishan and Taseki. So this episode wasn't really unexpected. It was like, okay, we kind of knew this was going to happen. I mean, honestly, I didn't think the conversation, because I seen the trailer, so I didn't think the conversation between Taseki and Krishan was going to happen on the first episode. But I'm also glad that it did, because I felt like this conversation was so personal that it shouldn't even have been on TV. So I'm glad that they did get it out the way in the first episode, so we don't have to be having to look forward to that in the middle of the season or something like that, where it will bring us down and be like, oh, we shouldn't be listening, So that's how episode 1 ends. I'm not even going to do any predictions or thoughts, because I'm about to dive right into episode 2. Let me write this timestamp down in my notes so I can make sure I put it in the description. I'm going to do 29:15. 29:15. Yeah. Okay, so now we're about to talk about episode 2 of Baddies Midwest. So if you haven't seen episode 2, turn this video off. Go watch it. Come back and watch this review. Like and subscribe to the channel. I can't stress that enough. It's an easy and free way to support, anonymous way. Takes less than 5 seconds out your time. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say so like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Comment below what you would grade this episode, what you would grade episode 1 if you watched episode 1. Anything that I forget to talk about or you felt like I should have talked about and I didn't, leave in the comments. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I gave my grade of episode 1 before and after I talked about episode 1. I gave my grades. So now we're going to talk about episode 2. I would grade episode 2. Episode 2 had a little bit more motion than episode 1, but it was still kind of slow moving. So instead of saying C minus like episode 1, I'm going to do C plus. Episode 2, I would give it a C plus. It wasn't a lot going on, but I mean, we had a little something going on more than episode 1. So I'm going to do episode 2 as a C plus. And yeah, of course, the timestamp will be in the description to let you know when I start talking about episode 2. And yeah, this is my verbal warning to let you know that I am done talking about episode 1 and I'm about to start talking about episode 2. So last chance, if you haven't seen episode 2, then you need to turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. And like I said, I graded a C plus, and I will give it the same. I will grade it again at the end of this review. So this episode starts with Saseki and Krishan still having this conversation, and Saseki is like in shock from Krishan saying what she said happened to her at 7. So now Krishan and Saseki's sister Chastity comes in to intervene. Basically, I feel like, yeah, because the conversation was going wild, was going weird. But I mean, like I've said, Saseki wanted Krishan to spill everything that she felt like Saseki did or said about her. So just like at this point, yeah, put it all out there. Because that's what we here for, to resolve. So Krishan and Chastity began to pray. I don't know how I felt about that. It was just like, it was kind of like more deflecting for me. I mean, by all means, prayer works. And prayer is important. But it just felt like in that moment, it was deflection. And I'm not saying it was deflection on Chastity's point. I was saying, I feel like it was deflection on Krishan's point. So then at one point, Saseki says that Krishan was drinking while pregnant. And this what starts to make Krishan pissed off. She's like, now you're throwing out alligators. And I absolutely believe that. I don't know. Because then in this conversation, Krishan says at one point she was contemplating abortion. So it's just like, so maybe you was drinking because you wasn't planning on keeping the baby at first. But I do believe Saseki in that moment when she said that Krishan was drinking while pregnant. Because it's just like, it's a lot of reckless shit that she's done. And it's just like, it's hard to believe anything that she says sometimes. Krishan, for that matter. So Krishan then claims that Saseki said that Krishan's son was in CPS. She said supposedly it said it online or something like that. Saseki saying she never said that. She's saying people came to her, told her that Krishan's son was in CPS, and she reached out to a mutual family friend of theirs to make sure that wasn't the case. And Saseki brings up that at one point she took Krishan into her house. Saseki has like a friend in the background who chimes in, basically taking Saseki's side. And whatever the case may be, Saseki feeling like this conversation is getting nowhere, which I also felt like too. Conversation's getting nowhere, really. Saseki gets emotional. She walks out. And, you know, the rest of the Natalie and all them, they sitting outside. She goes up to them, basically expresses her frustrations with them about the conversation she just had with Krishan. So now Krishan and her sister Chastity are sitting inside the restaurant, and Krishan is going on saying more things, like saying something about Saseki's son. She's like, you know, my son's good. My son's blessed. He's a star. And what about her son? What about Saseki's son? She says that at one point she told Saseki that she didn't want to play house no more. And she found out later that playing house wasn't appropriate for kids. And it's just like, why are you saying all this now? When Saseki leaves the room, instead of saying it to her face, this is what she wanted you to come out and say. She wanted you to say these things, but you waited until she left the room to say them. It's just like, that's why I don't necessarily believe anything that's coming out your mouth, because why are you waiting until she leaves the room? When she clearly telling you, say what you feel, say what's supposed to be going on, what I did to you. And Krishan is just like, nah, I'm not going to bring up the past. But then you bring up the past as soon as she leaves the room. So I just like, Krishan, you have not changed. You're doing the same old little girl stuff. You got to understand, she's still young. So it's just like, she's doing the same old little girl stuff. She got to learn a lot. She got to learn a lot more. She could say that she could say that she's healed and she's all about God now and all that stuff. But it's just like, the things that you doing are not proving that you have healed from anything. So next we get this scene, Natalie and Scotty, they meet with Diamond the Baddie and Akbar V and Jaden Alexis. And first they talk briefly about Diamond the Baddie knocking Taseki's teeth out. They talk briefly about Taseki knocking Diamond the Baddie's teeth out. And Natalie then reveals in this moment that at the but you know, Natalie be lying. So Natalie says that at the reunion when Taseki knocked Diamond's tooth out, that it landed in her lap. We don't know if that's true. Natalie lies, so I don't know if that's how true that is. But we shall. I mean, ain't no we shall see. But I mean, hey, if that's what they gonna let ride, then let it ride, whatever. So then Natalie does tell Jaden Alexis, we just met with Krishan and she didn't have anything bad to say about you, Jaden Alexis. Because remember, at one point, they was beefing, but I do believe now that they are cool. I don't keep up with all that shit online, especially not the blue face of it all. But I do believe that Krishan and Jaden are cool now. So why would she say anything about Jaden? Natalie then makes an announcement, you know, we're going to be meeting the rest of the girls at this mixer later. And Diamond immediately knows that she going to have to fight Rolly. Rolly saying that Diamond said stuff online about her child. Diamond says that the only thing she said was, she said that Rolly said something about her being a clout chaser. And Diamond said, don't play with me, play with your kids. She said she never said anything about her child. That's the only thing she said was, don't play with me, play with your kids. And Rolly took that as, oh, you talking about my son. I hate when people get online, they say you talking about my kids, and then we find out what the person actually said, and it's not even about the kids. Like some people would be talking about their parenting skills or something like that, but then it don't even be about the child. And if Diamond really did just say, don't play with me, play with your kids, people say that all the time, just randomly as a comeback. So if that's what your beef is with Diamond, then I just feel like that's petty beef. So then we get to sit down, Rolly, Anna, Biggie, Jayla, and Taseki. They sitting down talking about what's to come this season. Anna then announces that she has beef with the girl Summer, who was the one who swung on Mariah Lynn. You know, Anna and Mariah Lynn are cool now, so I guess she has beef with Summer because of her beef with Mariah Lynn. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Like I said, I don't care about Anna. So if anybody comes in and beats the fuck out of Anna, I would be happy. But at the same time, I don't really care for the girl Summer because of her actions on the auditions. But she, in my eyes, has time to redeem herself, because that's just one instance where Anna has had many instances that have turned me off of her. So then, Rolly talks about her beef with Diamond the Baddie. Like I said, she's saying that Diamond talked about her child. And then at one point in Rolly's confessional, she says, I don't even care if you didn't talk about my child, even if you say kids. She said something like that. She's like, just the mentioning of kids or something like that, it's already up with me. And I'm just like, so you admitting that Diamond said exactly what she said was, don't play with me, play with your kids. I don't know. So it's just like, so if she just said, don't play with me, play with your man's dick, you wouldn't want to fight her because don't play with your man, like, don't talk about my dude? I don't know. I just feel like the Rolly and Diamond beef is kind of petty. Taseki gets emotional talking about her meet up with Krishan, and this causes Rolly to get emotional as well. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to feel sorry for somebody that I don't like. So, yeah. So then we get this final scene. Natalie, Akbar, Scotty, and Jaden, they arrive to the mixer first. Then Tinkerbella shows up. Then Rolly, Jayla, Biggie, Anna, and Sasiki. They all arrive, and everybody's in good vibes or whatever the case. Everybody seems to be getting along. Next thing you know, Diamond the Baddie shows up, and she's there, booty shorts, sneakers, mouth guard, scully cap, ready. She already walking in knowing what's going to happen. So she walks in. Nobody else even sees her walking except for Rolly. So as soon as Rolly sees Diamond, she walks up to Diamond and they start squabbling. And I get it that when you have a friend, you want to say that your friend won, because when Rolly seen Diamond the Baddie, she walked up to Diamond the Baddie, they start fighting. Scotty and somebody else, I think Natalie or somebody else, says Rolly came in. As soon as she saw Diamond, she was boop, boop, booping her. And that's not the case at all. That first fight between Diamond the Baddie and Rolly, Diamond was ding, ding, dinging Rolly ass. And this is my review, so of course I'm going to give my opinion. If you feel different, you are welcome to put your difference of opinion in the comments. But me personally, that first fight between Diamond the Baddie and Rolly, Diamond got Rolly ass. So I'm sorry, Diamond got Rolly ass. And they do go a second round. That second round, I would probably say, I want to say nobody won. But if I had to say, I would say it was a tie. It's Rolly had Diamond in a headlock, but Diamond was still hitting Rolly in the face, and Rolly was kind of hitting Diamond on the back of the head. It was kind of I feel like that round nobody really won. But if you had to say somebody won, I would say it's a tie. What did make me cringe though, Diamond gonna say, I fought Taseki, you think I'm scared to fight you? It was just Taseki is not the end all be all. I know she got hands, but I was just oh, Diamond, why'd you have to say that? It was weird. And I can kind of see that now people are going to be against Diamond this season because of the trolling she did online or whatever the case may be. Because so many people in that moment were saying that that Rolly won. And I was just did we see the same thing? Did we watch the same clip? Because Diamond clearly won against Rolly in that first round. I was just but those are Rolly's friends, so of course they're gonna take Rolly's side. And Diamond probably at one point trolled them, so of course they're gonna take Rolly's side. But that was the end of the episode. I would give it a C+, like I said. We see in the next episode, Diamond and Rolly are going to get another round, which in the clip looks like it's going to be another no winner or tie situation, but we have to wait and see. We see a lot of the newbies coming in the next episode, and we see Summer and Anna are going to get into it. And I'm just hoping Summer beats Anna ass, because like I said, lesser of the two evils. If it come down to it, I would want Anna to get her ass beat, because I just can't stand Anna. And we see some clips of some other fights. We see Ivory and Summer. We see Ivory and... It looks like Ivory and Jayla are going to have words, but no hands are exchanged. So I'm wondering how that's going to go. Maybe they just edited to make it seem like that, because I know Jayla ain't being scary again. But I don't know. We just have to wait and see. They do a lot of editing for previews of next week's episodes and stuff like that. So I'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen with that. But yeah, like I said, I would grade it a C+. And yeah, comment below what you would grade it. Both episodes or one or the other episode, whichever episode you watch. So if you watch both, whatever, let me know how you felt about them. If there's anything I left out, let me know in the comments. And yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. I need over 300 subscribers, which isn't even a lot, but it's a start to where I'm trying to get to. So help support by just liking and subscribing to the channel. Commenting below. Thanks for watching this review, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.